Welcome back. So today we'll see an important question, that is to implement a stack using queue. So you know what is stack and what is queue. So the stack is basically works on LIFO concept, and the queue basically works on FIFO concept. Okay, that is first in first out, and the stack works on LIFO, that is last in first out. So both are kind of opposite to each other. Okay, so if let's say I have a stack and I have pushed the element into the stack, so if I call pop function now, so the element that would pop first will be 23, obviously, because it works only for concept, that is last in first out. Okay, so the pop, if we are popping something first, so the element which is at the top of the stack would be popped first. Okay, so 23 would be popped first, but we want to implement this stack using queues, so that let's say I have queue and I have also inserted elements in the queue, like I have inserted in the stack. So same element I have inserted in the queue also, but in queue the element will that would DQ first would be 21, because it works on FIFO concept, that is first in first out. So 21 would be DQ first, but in stack 23 is popping first. Okay, so both are very different. So in this question we have to implement a stack using queue. Somehow we want to make sure that as we are popping element from the stack, so 23 is popping first. Okay, but in queue 21, as we are calling DQ function, so 21 is DQing first, but somehow we want to make sure that 23 is DQ first in queue. So that's what we want to implement, that is we want to implement a stack using queue. I hope it's clear now, because whatever operation that are taking place in the stack, so same operation with the same flow we want to implement it by using queues. So let's see how we can do this, but we can do this by many approaches. Let's see the first approach, where we will use two queues, and after that we will jump to efficient approach, where we will use one queue only. Okay, so let's see how we can do this by using two queues. Okay, using two queues we would implement a stack. Okay, so here at corner I'm writing stack, so that you will not get confused. Okay, so these are the elements that I have pushed into the stack. At first I will be queuing the same element that I have pushed into the stack. Okay, so 21, 22, 23 and 24 are queued into the queue. Okay, so after that I want to perform DQ operation. So somehow I want to DQ 24, but as we know, the front of the queue is always DQ first, that is 21 will be DQ first if I call DQ function right now. Okay, so but we don't want to DQ 21, we want to DQ 24, because we want to implement a stack using queue. So we want to make sure that 24 would be DQ first, not 21, right? To make sure that 24 would become our front element of the Q1, and after calling the DQ function, so 24 would be DQ first, so not 21. So we would do some operations on Q1 and by using Q2, so that 24 would be DQ first. Okay, so for this we will insert, that is in Q, one element from Q1 up till one element is remaining into the Q1. Okay, so 21 will be inserted, 22 and then 23, so these are inserted into the Q1. Now only one element is remaining into the Q1. Okay, so this will become our front now of Q1. So now if we call DQ function, So 24 would be dq first, as it is only the one first element that is front of the q1. So now we have successfully dq 24 from the q1 as we wanted. Now if we want 23 to be popped from the stack, so as it is stacked, so it is the top of the element, so it will be popped. But now again, if we want to implement a stack using q, so if we want to dq 23 first, so this will not happen because q works on FIFO concept, so it will dq the front element from the q. So to make sure that 23 would be dq, so we want to perform these operations again. So for that we need q2 stack. So now the q2 will become q1, and for inserting the elements up till one element is remaining into the q1, we want q2 stack, q2 q. Okay, so one by one we'll insert one element into the q2 up till one element is remaining into the q1. So now 23 will become front. So if we call dq operation, so 23 would be dq first. Okay, now we have successfully implemented dq function. So let's see the code for this. So this is pseudocode of the approach that we have discussed by using two queues. So simply if we want to push something into the queue, right, we want to implement a stack using two queue. That's why we are using push and pop. Okay, because we want to implement a stack. Okay, so if we want to push something into the queue, so simply we are just pushing into the q1. Okay, so whatever we want to push, we are just pushing into the q1. Now if we want to pop, so if q1 is empty, so we'll return -1. If q1 is not empty, there are some elements into the q1 that we have pushed already, so we'll remove one element from the q1 and we'll add it into the q2. Okay, similar that we have done into our discussion previous. Okay, so similarly we will remove one element from the q1 up till one element is remaining into the q1, and simply we'll just add it one by one into the q2 queue. Okay, then at last we'll take that whatever element is remaining into the q1, that will be our popped value. Okay, so after that we'll swap q1 and q2, we'll make our q2 as q1 and we'll make our q1 as q2. Okay, and at last we'll return that value whatever element we have popped. Okay, so for doing push operation, the time complexity will be O of n, that is constant, and for popping the time complexity will be O of n. Okay, so this is basically we have implemented a stack using two queues. Now we can also implement a stack using single queue. So in this approach we have implemented a stack using two queues, and after that we'll apply some logic so that we can implement a stack using single queue. So let's see how we can do this. We want to implement a stack using single queue. Okay, so for this we'll simply push some element into the queue as we have pushed into the stack, right? Then if we want to dq element from this queue, so obviously front of the queue will be dq first because it works on FIFO concept. But now we have to implement a stack using queue. So in the stack, the top of the element is removed first, popped first. Okay, so somehow we want to make sure that 50 will be the element that we are dequeuing first. Okay, as we know that in queue the front element in the queue is dq first. Okay, if we are calling a dq function, right? But somehow we want to make sure that 50 will be dq first. So somehow we have to make sure that 50 will become the front element, not 10, not 20, not 30, not 40. 50 would point to front, so that if we call a dq function, 50 will be the element that will dq first, as we want 50 to be dq first. So for dequeuing 50, we want to make sure that 50 will become front of the queue. Okay, so to do that, we will dequeue one element from the queue and enqueue it again into the queue1. So after that, if we dequeue 10 and again if we enqueue 10, if we dequeue 20, enqueue it again, similar as 30 and 40. Okay, so this we have dequeue and enqueue it again. So now our queue, this will point to the 50 as front. Okay, so now if we call dequeue function, so 50 would be the one which will dequeue. Okay, so now our queue will become 10, 20, 30 and 40. And again if we want to popped element from the stack, that is 40 will be popped again. So we want to make sure that 40 will be the one who will dequeue from the queue. Okay, so again we want to apply that logic so that 40 will become the front of the queue. So again we'll dequeue 20 and we'll insert it again. Again we'll dequeue 20 and we'll insert it again. Again we'll dequeue 30 and we'll insert it again into the queue. Now 40 is pointing towards the front of the queue. Now if we call the dequeue function, so 40 will be the one which is dequeue from the queue. Okay, so this is how we implement a stack using single queue. Okay, by applying some similar logic. Okay, so let's see the pseudocode for this. This is a pseudocode of the approach that we have discussed using single queue. Okay, so for pushing the element into the queue, we are just adding the values into the queue and we are just simply removing one element from the queue and we're just adding it again. And if you want to pop, so we'll check if our queue is empty or not. So if it's empty, so we'll return -1, and if it's not, simply we'll just remove, that is we'll remove the front element of the queue and that is only the popped element, so we'll return that. Okay, so the time complexity for pushing would be O of n, and for popping the time complexity will be O of constant, that is constant. Okay, so that's it. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to the channel if you really liking the content that I'm sharing. Okay, so till then, bye bye. I'll see you in the next video.